Hi, and welcome to the Secret Hit Songwriting Formula. If you're new to the channel on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe. Or if you're watching on Facebook, please be sure to like this page. We do weekly videos here showing you how to recognize the patterns found in hit songs throughout the decades, because there is a secret hit songwriting formula. All songs, past and present modern day, that have become radio hits have followed certain patterns embedded within the compositions in order to become commercially successful. And we show you those patterns here so that you can use them in your songs, so that your songs have the patterns necessary to become commercially successful if you choose to invest in those. So today we'll be looking at a classic Beatles song, Yellow Submarine by the Beatles. This song follows the formula of 5's, which is to say that each significant song section, in this case just the verse and the chorus, because there are only two song sections in this one, verse and chorus, must contain a 5-note rhythmic hook. Okay, so the concept of the secret hit songwriting formula is self-similarity. The part must contain the whole, and the whole must contain the part. Each song section must be self-similar. In this case, the self-similarity being a 5-note rhythmic hook. So in this song, in order to analyze the formula in Yellow Submarine, we need to look at a couple of key concepts from our book, The Secret Hit Songwriting Formula. One of them is the concept of melismas. We've talked about melismas in some of these other instructional videos. A melisma is when you take one single syllable, like land, the word land might be just one syllable, land, and we take that one syllable and spread it across multiple notes or multiple pitches. Land, that's an example of a melisma because it's one syllable strung across multiple pitches. Same with the word found. Found, normally found, just one syllable, but in this case we've taken that syllable and expanded it across multiple pitches. That's called a melisma, okay? And so melismas are important to recognize in this one. Also, another key concept to recognize in this song is what we call in the book the once every 4 to 8 measures rule, okay? What that rule means is, in order to identify a 5-note rhythmic hook formula, we don't necessarily need to just either add up syllable by syllable like we do in some songs. We've just added up all the syllables of one section. Or we don't necessarily need to listen for the rests in between and look for clear, obvious 5-note motifs over and over again. No, instead of that, we simply need to establish a clear and obvious 5-note rhythmic hook once every 4 measures of each significant song section. In faster up-tempo songs, this becomes once every 8 measures, okay? But in most cases, including this case, it means once every 4 measures, okay? So we don't need to be looking for that 5-note rhythmic hook constantly. It doesn't need to be breaking out constantly into 5's. We only need one of those clear and obvious 5-note rhythmic hooks every 4 measures, okay? So let's see how that plays out in the verse. In the town where I was born. That's a motif. We call motifs short, recognizable phrases of music. Lived a man. There's another motif because it's separated by rests, both before and after, who sailed to sea, and he told us of his life. There's a motif again. In the land, there's a motif again, of submarines, okay? So we could say that each of these lines is 4 measures, right? In the 1, 2, 3, where I was 2, 2, 3, lived a 3, 2, 3, who sailed to 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so each of these lines is 4 measures. So all we need to do is find a clear and obvious 5-note rhythmic hook once in each of these 4 measures. And the way we do that is by looking at how sometimes the rests or the spaces between the motifs emerge. In the town where I was born. This is my symbol for insignificant syllable. These notes here, this phrase is insignificant toward identifying our formula. But when we get to here, lived a man, if we count this melisma, this breaks into 5 notes very easily. Who sailed to sea, and he told us of his life. Insignificant, but then we get to this phrase again. In the land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of submarines. Okay? So We can identify this 5-note hook here in the second of these 3 motifs in each phrase because it's congruent. It has the same melody each time. Lived a man in the land. It's the same melody, so that clues us into something. But more significantly, we talk about in the book, The Secret Hit Songwriting Formula, that when a motif or a hook like that appears in the same place in a 4-beat measure, or in the same place in each measure each time it occurs, that's cluing us in to look for that significant hook, okay? So it is indeed appearing in the same measure each time as the verse goes on. So we sailed out to the sun till we found, there it is again in the same place, till we found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the sea of green, and we lived beneath the waves, insignificant, in our yellow, there's a little melisma on yellow because he goes yellow, right? Submarine. So there we go, using melismas, which are a single syllable set to multiple pitches, and using the concept of motifs sometimes being separated, the keyed 5-note hook being separated by rests on either side of it, right? And using the concept of the 5-note hook appearing in the same place of the measure each time it appears. Based on those concepts, we've identified the 5-note hook in the verse. It's always going to be that second motif out of the 3 motifs of each 4-measure phrase. Okay? There we go. So, to follow the secret hit songwriting formula, our subconscious mind is expecting the chorus to also have a dominant 5-note rhythmic hook, okay? Our subconscious mind has heard that 5-note hook in the same place every time in the verse, and when our ears hear a 5-note hook in the next significant song section, which is the chorus, then it's very satisfying to our subconscious mind. It's almost as if we've known the song all along, and self-similarity is accomplished, which is the secret formula. So let's see. We've written the chorus in green. How does it break down? We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Okay, and then it simply repeats. So there you go. In the chorus, it just simply breaks into 5 notes perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So this is satisfying on many levels. We can clearly identify the 5 notes again because of the way they're spaced apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rest. It's very obvious that that's a 5-note motif. Okay? Notice how in the chorus they kind of ramp up the 5-note motifs. They're more clear and more obvious. This also helps us if we were ever stuck analyzing our verse. And because there's so many insignificant syllables in the verse, okay, and if we kind of get stuck, then we can clearly see the 5-note hook established in the chorus, which clued us in to look for that 5-note rhythmic hook there. All right, so the verse has a dominant 5-note rhythmic hook. In the verse, it's simply once every 4 measures, which is the minimum needed in a song at this tempo. So the formula is accomplished there. And in the chorus, it's accomplished because every syllable breaks into 5 notes if we add them up one by one, and because of the space between the 5-note motifs. Self-similarity, 5-note hooks in both our verse and our chorus, very satisfying to our subconscious mind, easier to sing along to as if we knew it all along. So the formula of 5's is accomplished. If you need more help with this, please visit www.secrethitsongwritingformula.com. We have the only ebook there in the world that comes with a money-back guarantee that reveals all of these various secret patterns and various secret formulas that you can use in your compositions so that your songs have the compositional tricks necessary to become radio hits. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.